short introduction, and I'll hand it over to you.
Just a second. I just want to make things clear. You are going to make an introduction, and then you're going to give me control of the session.
No. Yes. Well, at the moment you have control of the session. You can speak. You can present. You can.
Can I now, or do you want to make a small introduction before I start?
Yeah, let me make a small introduction before you start.
Okay. Never mind.
Then also again, your webcam is.
Yeah, I'm really sorry and apologize for the misunderstanding, because I understand that it's going to be UTC +3. It's the difference, but okay, never mind. Okay, I'm waiting for your introduction.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So good everyone. Today our guest speaker is Missy, and he's going to be looking at the sequence formula, which is one of the most amazing new formulas in Excel. So the Excel and data analysis learning communities we brought to you by UrBizEdge. UrBizEdge is a Microsoft Excel consulting, financial modeling, business intelligence, and data analyst, and also enterprise solution firm in Nigeria. They offer online and physical classes, which I will post in the chat description. So today our guest speaker is Ms. and is a experienced system analyst, which specializes in design, development, and integration of financial systems and novel service in various financial institutions. She's also a teacher and a private tutor, and he has taught English, Excel, Maths, Hebrew, and Arabic from various students from the 5th grade to the 12th grade in high school, and also for matric exams in Israel, and as well as TOEFL. It's also at the moment John Bruce Academy. So I'll post his website and LinkedIn profile in the chat description so you can connect with him. So sir, you can take over the session.
Okay, do you have control?
Yes, you have control now. So let me stop sharing.
Can everybody see the screen?
No, not yet.
Not yet, okay. Just tell me when, because I'm not familiar with the system.
Okay. Yeah, then.
Okay, are we ready? Can we start the presentation?
Yes, we are ready. Yes, we're ready.
Can you see the screen?
No, not yet. So, I don't know. You're using Teams, the web, is it the web application or the desktop application?
Desktop application.
Desktop.
I think so.
Okay,
I think so. Just a second. Let me see.
Okay.
I don't know. I was connected. Continue on this browser.
So you open the desktop application. You see that big red button that says Leave. So close to it is just share.
Just a second. Let's see.
Okay.
It opens the web application. It doesn't show anything. It's loading the Microsoft close this one and this one, this one, this one. Closing all unnecessary tabs. Okay, join now. I'm joining. Let me see.
So no, we can see you. We just can't see your screen.
I'm connecting. Just a second. Let me see. Am I in? Can you see it now?
Okay, we see something now.
Yes, we can.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Can you read what you see?
Not yet.
It's blank. I see. Okay, yes, table of contents here.
Oh, that's right. That's good. That's good. Okay.
Okay, but suspecting that. Well, okay, maybe I should go on. No problem.
Let's try this one. Okay, maybe this works. Can you see it now?
Yes, you can see it now. Perfect.
It's a bit complicated, but we found a solution. Okay, if you all see the worksheet in front of you, so one thing that I have to explain about all the examples that I'm going to show, in all the examples, the parameters appear in red with an orange background. For example, this one, G2 is a parameter, J2 is a parameter, and N2 is a parameter, whereas the text above explains what is this parameter supposed to do. So what we're going to do here, we want to duplicate a sequence of characters. For example, I want to duplicate the character A 12 times from A, and the duplication factor is 2. So if the number of characters I want to do is 2, then I have only 2 A's. But if I want 2 A's and 2 B's, I write it 4. And if I want from A to, for example, to F, I write it 12. You can see that each letter or each character is duplicated 2 times. And if I want to duplicate it 3 times, then I write 3. And we can see that A appears 3 times and B appears 3 times and C, etc., until the total number of characters on the array is 12. The parameter in J2. Is everything so far is clear? Is the example clear enough, or do I have to elaborate? I don't hear anything. Any response? No?
Yes, we can hear you. Can hear you.
Yes, I need your approval, confirmation that you hear it, you understand, because otherwise I don't have any. I can't see you because I'm explaining the worksheet. I appreciate very much if you could every once in a while confirm. Okay, we see everything. Everything is clear. We have no questions. Please go on. Okay, Michael.
Okay, no. Okay.
So far, did you understand the example?
Yes, so far, yes, we understand.
Is this clear enough? For example, but you don't have to stick with letters. You can go to numbers. If I write the number 1 in cell G2, then I have the sequence of 4 times, or the numbers for 1 duplicated 3 times. And if I want only 12 characters, then we have 3 multiplies by 4, because 12 divided by 3 is 4. And if I want another character, I can write 15, for example. Then we have 1 to 5, 3 times each. You see it. 1 appears 3 times, 2 appears 3 times, etc., until the number 5. And we can stick not only with number, we can go to letters. If I start with the letter A, then you can see on the left side, on the array, in column B, maybe I'll put it a bit larger. Can you see it larger now?
Yes, we can see it now.
So you can see that the letter A and the sequence of the letter A and B and C, etc., each letter is duplicated 3 times or triplicated. Okay, so we have A 3 times and B 3 times until we reach the number 15. But if you want to duplicate by 4, then we have less letters. We have only 4 letters, A, B, C, D, and the last one appears only 3 times and not 4, because the number of characters is 15. If I change it to 16, then we have 4 letters, each duplicated or quadrupled 4 times. A appears 4 times, A appears 4 times, B appears 4 times, C 4 times, and Z and D 4 times, etc. So this trick works both for numbers and for characters. Could be lowercase English, could be also uppercase English. Okay, because it knows exactly by the char character function to translate it to the correct number. Is everything so far clear?
Yes, so far.
Do we need more elaboration or more explanation about this? Because when I send you the files, here we have an explanation of each and every parameter. Okay, like G2 what is supposed to do, J2 what is supposed to do, and N2 what is supposed to do. And the main goal of the whole sheet says duplicate a sequence of characters, and characters could be either numbers or uppercase English or lowercase English, and even Hebrew. if I write the letter Aleph in Hebrew, then if the letter Aleph appears 4 times, the letter Bet appears 4 times, the letter Gimel appears 4 times, etc., etc. So this is a nice trick in which you can switch to either letters in any language that appears on your computer or to numbers. Okay, if this is clear, I'm going to proceed to the next example. Okay, shall we?
Okay. Yes, we shall. Yes.
Okay, let's go to the next example. So I have to go to this, to the demo. I want to show you how to display the English alphabet in only one formula. Okay. First of all, I have to show the screen. Just that. Can you see the screen now?
This is a screen, but it's still the one with the alphabets, the one in which you put the number of characters and
English uppercase alphabet in one formula. Can you see the screen?
No, we can't see that screen.
No, why?
We're still in the duplicate sequence screen.
Do you see it now?
No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Let's go back to the share.
Yeah.
More actions. Show call details at the full screen. Stop sharing. I don't want to stop sharing. Just tell me, what do you see now? Do you see this, the text manipulation from the presentation?
No, what is it saying? The duplicate sequence. Duplicate sequence. Duplicate sequence.
Duplicate sequence. What do you see?
We see the one you just finished, where you changed from English to Hebrew. That's the file that is showing.
The one I just finished is already closed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa.
It's closed. Let's try. Can you see this one?
Do you have two screens?
No, I have only one screen, that's all.
Okay, in that case, you might maybe stop sharing and reshare. It could be a bug, because I'm guessing maybe it just froze. Because that one is the one you said you've closed. That's what we are seeing, which is strange.
I don't understand. Let's go back to the beginning. Can you see now the text manipulation menu? The 5 examples that I'm going to show on the text manipulation.
No,
we can't see that.
So what do you see on your screen now? What is that you see on the screen?
What's this in the Hebrew letters?
The one you've closed is what we see. So I think the solution is, can you stop sharing?
But I've already closed
it's frozen.
it.
Yeah, it's frozen. That's the issue. It's frozen. So I'm guessing it's a glitch. No worry. It's actually it's a glitch that if you stop sharing and you reshare, things will start.
You wanted to stop share and reshare. Okay.
Yes,
let's do it again. Share again. And now, can you see it now?
We are waiting. Maybe something will pop up.
What do you see now? Do you see an Excel workbook or worksheet which says English uppercase alphabet? Not yet. Window. Okay. Do you see it now?
Yes.
Yes. English alphabet. Yes.
This is crazy because I've always worked with Zoom. You know, I teach many people, but only via Zoom. I've never used the Teams, and it seems so cumbersome, so not user friendly at all. Okay, so what do we have now? A very simple formula which uses the sequence, and the sequence says 26 because the English alphabet has 26 letters, and starting from 65. The char 65 is the letter A. If I write right here, formula char 65, you see the letter A, okay? So this is why I wrote 65. 26, the first parameter to sequence is the number of characters or the number of letters in the alphabet. And the last one, or the third one, because we don't need, if you remember, the sequence has 4 arguments or 4 parameters. The first one is the rows. The second one is the columns. We don't need it, so we skip it. See, we have comma, comma. The third one is the number to start with. And the fourth one is the increment. So the default increment is 1. So after 65, we'll have 66. And we all know that the char 66 is going to be the letter B, uppercase B. Do you see everything that I show on the screen? Is this clear?
Yes, so need the Excel.
This is not very complicated. This is the very simple example, how to use the sequence to generate the array of all the sequence of letters in the English alphabet. Of course, I can change to uppercase and from uppercase to lowercase, and the number won't be 65, it will be something else. Never mind. Okay. One question. If I want to go back and show another example, do I have to stop sharing the screen and restart all over again?
No. So actually, what you've done right now is you've shared only this Excel screen. So
Okay.
there are some things I noticed you were showing. We are not seeing it. So the solution is if you stop sharing and you share the entire desktop, so which is the first option in the screen when you do share. Okay, so that one will always work.
Okay.
With that one, you don't have to share and stop and share and stop and
Okay.
share again.
But if I share, there's an option of sharing the whole screen, but then
Yeah, the whole screen.
But I cannot.
Okay.
So
It's
I think
not
it's in
available
web
here,
browser.
Let's go back to big. I'll try again. Do you see the screen
Okay,
now?
try. Yes.
So this is their first screen.
This is the menu of the text manipulation. Okay.
Okay.
I want to go now and show you the third item. We've already discussed 2 examples, right? The first one was duplicate sequence characters, and the second one was the English alphabet, uppercase in one formula. So far, so good.
Okay, so what are you sharing now? So we'll know whether
I'm going to share now.
Okay.
I'm going to share now the third example, Greek alphabet in one formula. Okay?
Okay.
So I click, and now I suppose you don't see it, right?
No, we don't.
So I have to go back to the. This is crazy.
So that's why I'm suggesting that if you pick the option that says screen when you're sharing instead of window.
It doesn't let me do it. Let's do it this way. Can you see it now?
Yes, we see it. Okay.
So this is a solution, a bit, like very cumbersome, but that's the only one. The only way I find it. This one.
No problem. We'll follow along.
We found a solution. No problem. Okay. Now let's go to a bit different example. If you remember, in the previous example, we showed the char, the CHR function, but now we use the unichar, which is a Unicode. Okay. When you use the char, you refer only to the ASCII codes limited to only 256 characters on your computers. But the unichar uses the Unicode, and then you can use and you can display any character set that you like in any language. Okay. So, for example, I found out that to show the Greek alphabet from the letters from alpha to omega, you start with 945 instead of the 65, if you remember, and the number of letters in the Greek alphabet is only 25. So this formula, which is not very complicated, I believe, is very similar to the previous one, which displayed the English alphabet. However, the first function is unichar and not char. Is this clear?
Yes, this is clear.
Can we go on to the next example?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to have also the feedback of the participants, not only from you. If there are any questions, since this the Teams system is not very user-friendly, and I cannot really understand or see if somebody has a question. If somebody of the participants, not for the organizers, from the host has any question, I'd like to know, and I will be willing to share maybe at the end of the session. So maybe you can accumulate some questions to the end of the session, or if it's something that is very complicated and hindering somebody from understanding, if you have any questions right now, I'm willing to answer them. Okay, Michael, do you have any? Does anyone have any question? Michael?
Michael.
Everything is okay? No questions? Can I go on?
Yeah, you can go on.
Okay, thank you. I need your approval every once in a while, as I said, because there's no connection. So let's go back. Can you see the menu?
No, so we're seeing the Greek alphabets in one formula.
Okay, so let's go again and try to share on the screen, share the window. Now you're supposed to see it, right? You see? Do you see the menu?
The menu, yes.
Of the text. Okay. Okay, so far we've discussed 3 examples, right? We've discussed the first one, duplicate sequence, then we discussed the English alphabet, and the third one was the Greek alphabet. Okay? Now I'm going to switch to the 4th example of the text manipulation. And just a reminder, I've divided my lecture into 6 parts. Remember? This is the first one, which deals only with text. Later on, we'll discuss the other 5 others, okay? So we're going to the 4th example. How many non-empty cells in a range? Also a very simple one, but then again, I have to stop sharing and do all the, go here and share, and instead of share the whole screen, and share the window. And the question is, do you see it now?
It's still loading. So yes, we can see it now.
Okay. This is also a very simple example of the sequence. As I said, I tried not to include in my lecture the more sophisticated, the more complex examples. I tried only the simple ones, except for some very interesting ones, which I believe you should understand because they are a bit more complicated. I'm willing to explain in detail. Okay, what do we have now? We have here column A, and column A has many cells, of course. Some of the cells have value, and some of them don't have any value. And I want to know how many cells in the whole column have any value. And of course, the sequence count A counts how many. Let's use the debugger, the 9. So you can see it counts from the first. It recognizes that there are only 12 non-empty cells. Do you agree? You can count them: 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right?
Yes, 12.
This is being done by the sequence. It tells me how many, or it count, and then if I add a count to this series, to this sequence, then I get the number of non-empty characters. Okay?
Okay.
This is very simple. Let's go a bit further. I'm going to close this one. Open share. Go to the screen. Go to the window. So many actions. Okay. So let's go back to. Do you see the menu again?
Slide. Yes, I can see the introduction slide again.
Do you see the text manipulation? We've done 4 examples. I'm going to the 5th one. So far, so good. Can I go on?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to the last example in this category in text manipulation is called number of words in a cell. Okay. Stop sharing. Go back here. Share. Now instead of whole screen, share the window. Oh, and now I hope you can see it, right?
Yes,
can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. This worksheet explains how do I find how many words are there in cell A1? Okay, so usually if you have several words in one cell, the separator is a blank. Okay, and I have a parameter, as I explained before. The parameters in my examples, all of them are do have the orange background. So if I look at a cell E1, you can see that the separator is a blank. Okay, it cannot be seen. Okay, is this clear?
It's yes.
Can you see that the mouse counter, that the mouse is not at the beginning but after one character, which means that we have here only one character. Can you see it now? The parameter contains only one character, which is a blank. Of course, blank cannot be seen in a cell. Yes. So this is why I mark it. Okay. So what I want to do is, this is like a regular sentence, and each word is separated from the preceding one by a comma, by a blank. Okay. And I want to know how many words there are in this cell. Okay, but the trick is this one. Sometimes, as in this example, for example, you can see that between the word ear and I, there are two spaces, right? Can you see?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so what I do is I use the trim function. What does the trim function do? The trim function eliminates any preceding and blanks before the text and blanks after the text. And also, which is very important, if between a word you have more than one blank, it eliminates the extra blanks and leaves only one. So in this case, as you can see, we have two blanks. After using the trim, only one will be left, and then we have the correct answer. Okay, so what we do is this. First of all, I'll explain what is the main one do? What is the main function or part of the formula do? So if I press F9 to see the formula, to see the inside of the formula, and you can see here is the list of all the characters within cell A1. You see letter A, letter B, letter L, letter E, and then here we see the comma. Okay? Okay? But since I use the trim between in the sequence, then the double space between R and I disappeared, and we have only one space. Can you see it here? Between the E of R and the I of the word I. There's only one space, one blank. Is this clear? Okay.
Will you work with another separator? For example,
can you repeat your question?
Would it work with a different separator? Maybe like a comma.
A different separator. Okay, let's try a different separator. I'm going to put the separator asterisk. Okay, and then I'm going to put able. After the word able, I'm going to put an asterisk. Oh, asterisk. 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 Another one. Another one. And another one. So, what do you think is going to be the answer? How many words do we have now? The separator has changed. It's not a blank anymore. It's a asterisk. Let's press enter and see. The answer is the same. Why? Because it counts now, instead of counting the blanks, it counts the asterisks. And there are 7 asterisks. And I add one because if you have 2 words, you have only one separator. If you have X words, then you have X plus 1, X minus 1 separators, right?
Yes.
The idea is very simple. So after I break, or break the main part of the formula. Let's do it again. This is the main part of the formula, the sequence, or a better mid. The mid function actually takes each and every character of the string, as I showed before, okay? You can see we have able and then asterisk, was asterisk, I asterisk. Then this is wrapped with a find. The find searches the number of times that the separator appears in this long strings. And it finds that the number is 7. And now it sums, the final solution is summing the number of separators, which is 7, plus 1, because as I explained before, if you have x characters, then you have x minus 1 separators. So if you have only 7 separators, then the number of words in the sentence or in the cell is going to be 7 plus 1, which is 8. Is this clear?
Yes, this is clear. This is clear. Okay,
and besides, there is an explanation. What I explained by heart is can be read afterwards. In this explanation, in this yellow triangle and this yellow in this yellow window. Can you see this?
Yes, see this.
Okay, so you can see see for yourself. And I repeat again. In all my examples, and I use a lot of examples, and the most important thing, or one of the most important things in using Excel is doing it with parameters, never hard-coded within the example, within the formula. Use a parameter. This makes the solution very flexible, because if I change the character inside, I don't have to change the formula. I change only the separator, and of course I have to change the data because the original data was blanks and not asterisks. But the idea is the formula doesn't change. Okay. Can we go on to the next one? Michael?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
I think my case, yeah.
By the way, who's speaking? I don't who am I speaking to? I don't know. Who's the host? Ifiani?
Yeah, Ifai.
Okay. So let's go on again, the same method of displaying. Okay. So we can say that we have finished the first part of the examples, the first part of the lecture, which dealt on with text manipulation. Now let's go to the second one, which deals with number manipulation. Can you see it?
Yes, you can see it.
Okay, so now we have to jump again to the Excel workbook or worksheet, and again do the trick of stop sharing and share only the window, and the window I want to share is this one. The question is, do you see it?
Yes, we see it.
Okay. This one is similar to the first one with the text, but it's a more sophisticated one. Why? Because I'm using here the indirect function. Okay, in F2 I use the indirect function, which points to the beginning. Where do I want to begin? And again, I can decide, for example, here, as you can see, the duplication factor is 6. I can decide that the duplication factor is, for example, 4. Okay, and then we have the number 1 appears only 4 times. And if I want to start with the number 3, then you can see that the array now begins from 3 until 8. Okay. And how many numbers do we have here? 24 divided by 4, 6. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is 6 numbers in total. Is this example clear, or do I have to elaborate?
So I think you might need to elaborate. You might need to elaborate, yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I explained that the parameter I use, the first one is the indirect. Okay, now let's take the example, or take the formula, and let's try to break it. First of all, what does the 1 divided by 02 do? What does it do? It gives me a number. What is this number? The number is a quarter. Now, if you take the whole one, F9, then you can see what happens. Okay, 3 and a quarter, 3.5, 3.75. Okay, now we use the int number. So if, as you well know, the int takes only the integer part of the number. So from the first three numbers, 3, 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3, 3/4, it'll change all of them to 3. Then we have 4 and 4 and a quarter, 4.5, 4.75. And these are these next four numbers, etc., etc., until the end. Okay? If you can see at the end, we have these numbers. 8, 8 and a quarter, 8.5, and 8.75. If you take the int of them, you have 4 8s. 8, 8, 8, 8. This is the idea. Is this clear?
Yes, this is clear. Are there any questions?
Any questions?
Any questions?
Because from now on, we're going to get into more sophisticated problems, more sophisticated solutions. So please bear with me. If you have any questions, please, you may ask, or maybe you decide to leave it to the end, maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's go to the next example. By the way, are we according to the schedule in time? It's now 7 o'clock. It's as if like 1 hour passed already, right?
Yes, 1 hour has passed already. Yes.
Yes, I want to know whether we're good to go or not yet. Is it okay with from the time point of view, from the schedule?
Yeah, from the time point is
okay.
Time is okay.
Is it okay? Like we've done only 1/6 of the lectures, and we've only 1 hour. So maybe we should speed up a little. What do you say?
We have only done 1 hour. If you still have maybe some other stuff you want to show, we can stay out for an extra few minutes.
I really don't understand what you said. I didn't really understand. Please speak slowly.
Okay, so I'm saying the ways we've done 1 hour of the session.
Yes.
But if you still need like more time to maybe showcase more ways we can use the sequence formulas, we could still accommodate those more ways. Like we still have the session.
Yes, I understand. But according to the rate or the pace until now, the whole lecture is going to last 6 hours. No way. So I'm going to skip many examples. Maybe I'll show you only one example from the number manipulation and go to other categories. Is it okay with you?
Yeah, this is okay with me. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to show something more sophisticated, in which we convert a binary number into a decimal number. Okay. I believe I've shown it on LinkedIn, I think, and I'm going to show it again. By the way, if I haven't mentioned it so far, all the examples shown today are going to appear in the book, and of course many more, because the book is going to contain 120 plus examples. So far, I've shown only 5 or 6. Okay, let's go to the more sophisticated or more complex example of binary to decimal. Okay, I suppose we don't see it yet, right? So I have to go back to the menu. As before, go to share and show window and share. Now, do you see it now?
Yes, you can see it now.
Okay. I'm going to say just right away. This example is a bit more complicated. In most of the examples, I used plain functions or plain formulae. This is the first one in which I use the let function. Are you familiar with the let function?
Yes. So extract text that are the let.
No, let.
The let, yeah.
Yes. What I'm going to the let, I'm using here the let here only to shorten, to make the formula shorter. That's all. There's no really operational reason to use the let. Okay. So what I'm using here is 2 parameters. The first one is A. I call it A, and the A points to cell A1. And the second one is the B. The B is the sequence of the length. Okay. And actually, the formula itself is only this part. This is the formula. But instead of a lengthy, because I used the A and B several times, I just gave it names using the let function. Is this clear? Okay.
No, I don't think so. I don't think. No, it's not here.
Okay. So let's begin. I explained here on the right side. Okay, we have this. Since the letter A has 8 characters, right? You can count them. So I'm using the sequence of the length, sequence of 8 characters. So the sequence of 8 characters gives me the array of 1 to 8. Okay? Is this clear?
Yeah, that's clear.
This is the sum product. The first the part. If I press. I'm doing all this, only this. Oh no, I won't be able to do it. Okay, but I'm explaining it here. Okay, the sum product uses 2 parameters. The one is the green one. Can you see it? And the second one is the purple one. Okay, and the result is the blue one. So what do we have here? We have here the green one is a set of 1s and 0 according to the sequence. Okay? You see, for example, this is from the beginning. The first character is 1. The second character is 1 from the right. The third character is 0. Okay? The fourth character is 0, etc. And if you're familiar with the binary, if it's 0, you don't multiply. You don't multiply it by, or don't use the power of 2. Okay? Are you familiar with binary numbers?
Yes.
Okay, so if you take the number 1 or number 2 to the power 2 to the power 2 is 4, for example. Okay, so 2 to the power 3 is 8. 2 to the power 4 is 16. Okay, this is the power. This is the list of the powers of 2. And now I multiply each one of them by the character at the position, the same position. The first one is 1, right? So 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. The second one is 2. Okay, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. The third one is 0, so we don't have anything. The fourth one is also 0, so we don't add anything. The fifth one is 1, so the fifth one is 2 to the power 4, which is 16, right? The fourth one. Then we go to the third one, and then to the second, and the last one, number 8, is 2 to the power of 8, which is 128. Okay? So if we add all of these together, 128 plus 16 plus 2 plus 1, we have 147. And you can see it here. The O3 is this sequence. Okay? And the mid of each one of them is the green one, which gives 1 is on and 0 is off. One which means you have to put it or multiply it by the power of, but if you have 0, you don't do any action. So if you sum all of these together, all the blue, all the ones, and you can see that the result is 147. Is this clear? Or is it too complicated to understand?
It's clear. It's clear.
Okay. I'm going to send, of course, when I'm going to send you this workbook or worksheet, you're going to see the process of doing this. If you want to change the let to a more lengthy formula, maybe it'll be easier to understand because the let doesn't let you use the inherent formula, evaluate formula. You know, you cannot use let with the evaluate formula. Whereas if you use the older system without the let, you can do it with any problem. Okay. Let's go to the next example, and we're going to go to the next category, I think, because we don't have enough time. Let's go to the window. If we have enough time at the end, Michael, I'm going to add some more examples from previous categories, if we have enough time. And I'm not sure that this is going to happen. Okay, so we're going to leave the number manipulation, going to the arrays. Can you see the screen or not yet?
You can see the introduction screen.
Do you see the screen that says 3 arrays and 3 examples, 3 rows?
No.
Okay, just so. Okay. I see. Okay, let's do it once again. Let's go to the window. The question is, do you see it now?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Not yet. Let's try it once again. Okay, let's go to share and share window and share this one and share. Do you see it one now? You're supposed to see. You're supposed to see a screen. Just a second.
So the screen we're seeing is sequence, the most amazing formula of Office 365 with the cuts.
Do you see it now?
Yes, yes, we see it now.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to give us let's try this one. And again, I'm going to stop the sharing and go back to the share window. Share window. Which window do I want to share? This one. Do you see it now?
Yes.
Do you see the Excel workbook?
So yes,
do you see the Excel workbook? Okay.
Yes, we see the Excel workbook.
Okay. If you look at the Excel workbook, you see actually two parts. The left part, which is painted in yellow, is the before situation, and the right side, which calls after, which is called after, and is painted in orange, is the situation after. What do I do here? I do a flip column, which means the A, which was on the left side, the first one is going to be the last one. The B is going to be one before the last. And the H, which was the last one, is going to be the first one. Is this clear what I'm going to do?
Yes, that's clear.
Okay. And again, I'm using here a parameter because sometimes I don't want the whole range here to be, or the whole array to be converted to be flipped. So instead of A3 to H17, let's say I want to change only A4 to D7. So you can see A4 to D7 is exactly the mirror shown here, right?
Yes.
Okay. A4 to D7. Let's go back to the previous situation, where you can see here the header of the third column is not C but D. On purpose I did it so you can see that here the order changes. It's not A, B, C, D, it's A, B, D, C, exactly a mirror picture of the original array, the original data. Okay, is this clear? This is a more complicated one, in which first of all I use the indirect. I could skip the indirect, or write instead of the indirect K1, I could use the array itself. And again, the sequence, where the sequence now, I use the second. If you look at the sequence, the sequence now uses, usually we use the first parameter of the sequence, which is rows. Now we skip the rows, we use only the columns. The number of the columns is the numbers of the columns of the original array. So if, for example, we have here eight columns, then the result will be also 8 columns. Okay, and the one means start from -1, from the end to the beginning. Okay, and then it is all wrapped by the sort by, which sorts upside down. The parameter -1 is the sort from, instead of right to left, left to right. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. I'm going to give another example. Stop. Let's go to screen and show you the arrays. Right. Just tell me if you can see again the menu for the arrays. Right. Can you see the menu? Michael?
Yes, you can see the menu. Yes, we
Okay.
consider Meni.
I'm going to give you only one more example from the arrays. Hope it works. So I have to stop this one, go back, screen, window. Can you see this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes? Okay.
Yes.
Well, what you see on the screen, we have two methods of vertical flipping. Okay? Now we like vertical means upside down. If we have an array from A, B, C, D until M, then the upside down would be M, L, etc. until the CBA. Is this clear? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so one solution that I found without using the sequence is this solution. Offset B1 and count A from B2 to B13. B2, which one less, not from the beginning. This works perfectly. This is, I believe this is the shortest solution to flip an array. Okay? But the lengthier one is this one. Or if you want the let one, this one, the let formula is equivalent, of course, to this one, only shorter a bit, because I use a parameter. Instead of B1 to B13, I use the A parameter. But let's go to the classical example without let. Let's ignore the let. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the sequence. So the sequence has, as usual, 4 parameters. Only the first one, the second one, and the fourth one, which is the most important one, because the last one is -1, which tells you to start from the end to the beginning. Okay, the first one is count A, B. Let's go. Count A, B1 to B13. What can we see here? We have 13 characters, right? And the third character, the third parameter, we skip the second one because we don't have any columns. The third parameter is also 13. Okay, and the index tells the sequence which cell to take, not only the number, but it points to the cell it takes. And if you go backwards from A, B, C to M, you go from M to A. This is the solution. Quite simple to flip a vertical array. Okay, is this clear? Any questions?
It's very.
It's clear.
Okay, can I go to the next question? Then the next section or the next category. Can we?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go again to the window of the arrays of the. Now we're going to dates and times. Okay. This one is a very nice example of monthly calendar. But this is quite complicated. And the question is, are you willing to bear with me and to understand the work around how I worked around and found a nice solution for a monthly calendar. This is going to take some time, but I think it is worth it. Okay, so with your permission, I'm going to do it. Okay. You still don't see anything, right?
No, we still don't see anything.
Yes, we have to do the same cumbersome method of going to the window. I believe you can see it now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what do we have here? We have here a monthly calendar. The monthly calendar is the part which has the light blue color, right? Here, you see it? Can you see it clearly?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So well, let's go to the month we're in. We are in October 2022, and let's see two methods of displaying the month. The regular one is the classic one. The week starts on the weekday of the month's first day. So the month of October 2022 starts on Saturday. Is this correct? Yes, it's correct. But I have another method. Another method is when the classic is not 0. Let's put 1. And then if we put 1, the week starts on Sunday. Always on Sunday. You can see the week starts on Sunday. Okay? So all the days until Saturday are empty. Okay? Is this clear?
Yes, it is.
The formula is the formula here. That's the one formula for both situations. But there's a trick here. What's the trick? I'm going to show you going back to the classic 0. Okay? As you can see, we have here 6 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And why 6 rows? Because if you go back to the year 2017, there was very rare case in which one of the months in 2017 spread on 6 weeks. So just to be on the safe side, I'm using 6 weeks. But now what happens to these cells, you see? So here the trick I used is using the conditional formatting, which says that if the day is greater than the last day of the month, then color it. The characters are going to be like without any color, okay? Colorless text. So you don't see the numbers, like here is 32, 33, 34, you don't see them, okay? Because I use the conditional formatting. Let me show you with the conditional formatting itself. If I go to conditional formatting, manage rules, see? If I go to the edit rule, and I go to format, you see the format is, the field is blank, nothing. So you don't see anything. Is this clear?
Yes,
Yeah,
clear.
Okay. The field, actually not the field, but the text itself. The text is transparent, so you don't see it. This is the trick. Okay. And the same applies when I use this the method 1. You can see these cells are empty because nothing can be here. We start, the month begins on Saturday, even though you can show the days before. You can show all the months, all the calendar begins on Sunday. Whether it really begins on Sunday, October is not a good example. I don't know. You can choose another month, like September. September, for example, take for September, for example. September begins on Thursday, right? And has only 30 days. Okay? But if I want to switch so that the display will be start from Sunday, I change only the parameter in E3 from classic to non-classic, and then you can see that it still starts on Thursday, but all the first 4 cells, the first 4 days are empty. Is this clear? The best idea, if you want to really understand the method here, is to play around with the file, which will be, of course, sent to you, and you can play as much as you like to understand the mechanism, because the time is too short for a more comprehensive, more thorough explanation. Is this so far so good?
Yeah, so far so good. This.
Can I go on to the next next example?
Yes, please.
Yes, we have it already 7:30, and we have to speed up. Okay, sorry for the delay at the beginning. The question is, how long can this lecture last? How far? What is the latest time that we can? Michael? Fiani?
Yes, I'm here.
The question is, look, time now is almost 7:30. The question is, how far or how late can we can this lecture still last? Can it be until 8 o'clock, or is it too long? What do you think?
Yeah, I think it might be too long. We'll go have another session. We could always have another session, maybe next week.
Do you want to stop here and make another session? Because we've covered only 3 subjects or only 3 categories. If it's okay with you, then there's no problem for me to do the last three more interesting demonstrations or examples on another session. Okay, so let's skip the dates. We have, just to make things clear, we have three more categories to be shown on the next session or the next lecture. One is dates and times. Do you see it, the dates and times? Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
And then we have another one which refers to finance, to example of finance, which are very, very interesting, I think, because most of you are, of course, belong to the financial sector. And then the third one, the last one, refers to math. And since I'm also a math teacher, this one interests me the most, but maybe less interesting to you, but more interesting to me. So I'd like to have questions or remarks or whatever. Anybody wants to say something? You can take control of the screen if you want, if Yanni.
Okay. 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 So we'll have an assessment. Yeah. So does anybody want to say anything or have a question? Anybody at all?
Just wanted to say thank you to everyone that organized this and our facilitator, that's Meni. I had a couple of concerns, but I think, like you said, I'm just going to use the file you provide later, the worksheets, and just play around with.
Yes, I think you could play around with them and try to understand. In case you don't understand anything, I'm willing to explain everything. As I said at the beginning, as I showed at the beginning, there are several ways to contact me: email, LinkedIn, website, YouTube, whatever. And of course,
share the chat again. Yeah, I wasn't online. Can you share your handles again to the chat so I can have?
I'm going to at the end of this lecture, Ifyani, I'm going to send you the page which lists all the my channels, okay? And then you can share it with the participants. Anybody who has any question, of course, is always open to ask me questions, clarifications, explanations, questions, whatever. Okay.
So Ifyani, how do you get that? How are you going to get that?
Okay, so I usually put it on the video description in the YouTube. Description. I usually put it. I should put in.
I'm going to send it to you, and you can do whatever you want with it. Okay. You're going to upload the file. Just a question. You're going to upload the video.
The video.
Plus the files will be sent to the participants separately, right?
Oh, so I'll upload the video and I put the files in a drive and I put and paste a open link at the video description. So if you go to the video, if you look at the video description, you'll see the link to the file.
Okay.
And it's, so people can see it. Even though it's today, if they go there today, they go there tomorrow, they go there two months time, they can always access.
Never. It doesn't matter as long as since I don't see any participant, I would like to have to find if anybody has questions so far. If not, then they are ready to ask me anytime they want.
Okay.
What do you think about the lecture? Was it interesting? Was it insightful? Did you like it? Was the pace too quick?
It was. Okay, so yes, like Emmanuel said, yeah, we need to go back to the file and actually read it.
The files, okay.
I like the fact that the file you kept explanations in the whiteboards, in the whiteboards, in those text box, like you have explanation of like how you're going to upload, like what you're trying to accomplish and how you're going to accomplish and all of that.
Okay.
So reading that's good, very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to add that the worksheet is perfect and in itself is quite explanatory. So, and again, you did a great job in delivering it and it was really clear. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Who is speaking? I don't understand. Who is speaking? Who's the speaker?
Mano. Just one of the guests.
Ah, Emmanuel. Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. So thank you all very much.
What time? When are you going to be posted? When should we expect the link, the video?
About you, you're talking about the second session to complete.
Okay, so yeah, so by tomorrow morning you should have a video, or even today. If I get the fight, I'll arrange everything and post it.
Emmanuel, so please be in touch with me. Please be in touch with me and we'll decide when the second part is going to take place. Is it okay with you?
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you all. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so thanks so much for this session.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to show you some things and tricks with the sequence function. Bye-bye.
We didn't know we do as much as it did.